Story of a magical old woman, vertical bar, English story, vertical bar. Learn English, vertical bar, emotional story, vertical bar, moral stories. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by green hills and flowing rivers, there lived an old woman named Elara. She was unlike anyone else in the village. Her silver hair shone like moonlight, and her wrinkled face carried an endless warmth. Children often gathered around her cottage because she always had fascinating tales, kind words, and a gentle smile. But behind her simple appearance, Elara carried a secret. She possessed magical powers that no one in the village knew about. Elara's cottage was filled with herbs, glowing stones, and strange books written in languages that no one could understand. Every night, when the stars filled the sky, she would light a small lantern and whisper words that carried into the wind. Her magic was not for fame or riches, it was for helping those in need. She healed sick animals, guided lost travelers, and brought rain to thirsty fields. But she always worked in silence, never revealing the truth. One day, a young boy named Thomas came running to Elara's cottage. His eyes were filled with tears and his voice trembled.
"Please help me," he cried. "My mother is very sick. No doctor can cure her, and I am afraid she will die."
Elara looked deep into the boy's eyes and saw pure love and desperation. She placed her hand gently on his shoulder and whispered, "Do not worry, child. I will help you." That night, Elara prepared a potion using rare herbs and water from a hidden spring. She walked silently to Thomas's house, where his mother lay weak and pale. Elara touched the woman's forehead and softly spoke magical words. The room filled with a golden light, and within moments the woman opened her eyes. She was weak but breathing steadily, her illness fading like a shadow under the sun. Thomas hugged his mother tightly and looked at Elara with gratitude. "How did you do this?" he asked. Elara only smiled and said, "Love has power, my child. Never forget that." The villagers soon noticed the miraculous recovery. Whispers spread through the town. Some believed Thomas's mother was blessed by angels, while others suspected Elara's involvement. Days later, a great storm struck the village. Heavy rains destroyed fields, animals ran astray, and many houses were damaged. The villagers gathered in the town square, afraid and hopeless. Among them stood Elara, quiet and thoughtful. She knew she could stop the storm, but if she did, her secret would be revealed. As the winds grew stronger, Thomas cried out, "Please, Elara, save us!" His voice trembled with fear, and the villagers turned their eyes toward the old woman. Elara closed her eyes and raised her hands to the sky. The wind slowed, the rain softened, and within minutes, the storm disappeared. The clouds parted and the sun shone again. Everyone gasped in shock. They had just witnessed the impossible. The villagers were silent at first, unsure whether to fear or thank her. Then Thomas stepped forward and shouted, "She saved my mother, and now she saved all of us. Elara is not someone to fear. She is a blessing." Slowly, the crowd began to cheer. They surrounded Elara not with anger but with love and respect. From that day forward, Elara's secret was no longer hidden. She became known as the magical old woman of the village. People traveled from faraway lands to seek her help. But Elara never asked for gold, silver, or rewards. She always said the same words. True magic lies not in spells, but in kindness, love, and compassion. Years passed, and Elara grew weaker with age. One morning, the villagers found her sitting peacefully outside her cottage, her eyes closed, her hands resting on her lap. She had passed away with a gentle smile on her face. The whole village mourned, but they also celebrated her life. They built a beautiful garden in her memory, filled with flowers of every color. Children played there, and travelers came to hear her story. Elara's kindness and magic continued to live in their hearts forever. And so, the story of the magical old woman was passed down from generation to generation. Parents told it to their children, and children told it to theirs. It became more than just a story. It became a reminder that real magic is not about powers, but about the love and kindness we share with the world. Moral of the story: the story of the magical old woman teaches us that true power lies in kindness, compassion, and love. You do not need magic spells to change the world. Your small acts of goodness can heal hearts, spread hope, and create miracles.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel Growing Minds Through Stories.